Spring is here, and right now your perennial garden probably looks pretty rough. It's probably a mess of brown leaves and dead stems that can feel pretty discouraging. But don't lose hope. Beneath that winter wreckage is the foundation of your vibrant and thriving garden. And remember that this will soon turn into this. Here in New England, we usually start our garden cleanup at the end of March or early April, as soon as the snow melts. As native plant gardeners, we want to keep our garden cleanup as close to nature as possible. Primarily, this means leaving most or all of the organic matter in the garden. In traditional gardening, a garden cleanup usually involves raking out leaves, cutting down all the perennials, removing the organic matter, and then mulching. In a native plant garden, we're going to eliminate that cycle completely. We're going to use the organic matter that we create by cutting down our garden as mulch for the garden. In an ideal world, if you really wanted to keep all your organic matter in place in the garden, you wouldn't even cut down your garden in the spring. You'd just leave the winter garden standing. But from my experience, this really isn't practical. If you've designed your garden well, you're looking for a specific aesthetic. That usually means small plants in the front, large plants in the back. But whatever your design, you want to make sure your original design is kept intact. During the winter in your native garden, there's going to be a little bit of chaos. Some of your garden's going to collapse over the winter, some of it will stay upright, there'll be leaf litter, there'll be branches. It's an environment that most native plants can withstand and others can't. So if you're a good gardener and you've designed well, you probably have that mix of perennials where some like to be covered by leaf litter, others don't like to have another dead plant falling on them over the winter. So again, as gardeners, we're not living in a purely native, natural environment. So we're going to require some human intervention in order to keep our gardens looking good. How much human intervention is really up to you. But basically, in your average native garden, you're going to end up cutting down your garden, but keeping the organic matter in place, but also managing it so specific plants that you know don't like to be covered by leaves are taken care of, while others are left to their natural devices. In my garden, I've designed it so that the smaller, more delicate plants are all in the front of the garden. This way, I leave all my leaf litter and debris in the back of the garden. I cut down all my perennials, starting from the top to the bottom, and then in the front of the garden, I remove the leaf litter, throw it into the back of the garden, and cut down all my perennials there. So there, my delicate small perennials are free from leaf litter that might smother them, and all my leaf litter and debris, organic debris that is in the back of the garden. At the end, I go back through the garden with my garden shears, and I cut up all the large pieces into smaller pieces. This just helps accelerate the decomposition process, and it also keeps my perennials from smothering. So this is what a cut down garden should look like in early spring. As you can see, I've left all the organic matter here. I've cut it down and put it back into the garden or let it fall where it may. For the small plants that don't like being covered up by leaves and debris, I've given them a little bit of breathing room here in the front row. But in the back, I've left all the organic matter intact. And as you can see, I haven't taken too much time to make it really look perfect. In a few more weeks, greenery is going to come up and just disguise all this, and this debris will start to decompose and be healthy for the garden. One other thing I like to do is with my larger perennials, I like to leave several inches of the stems still standing when I cut down my garden. This just helps you give a better sense of where things are in the garden. Through the chaos of the winter, you can forget where things are. This helps you remember the general structure of your garden. It's hard to imagine at this time of year, but within another month, your garden will be thriving, and pretty soon you'll be looking at images like this. So thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you soon on Garden Human.